Okay, I don't have music, so oops. I'm not sleepy yet. Gotta figure out a bunch of stuff. So I'm not sleeping yet. Simple as that. Crazy how that works. And I figure if I'm sitting here staring at my computer anyway. Join this. Should allow me to set this up over in the corner somewhere where you guys won't notice it. I don't do a whole lot with transitions. We'll probably load some in eventually, but it's not really important. Do I have anything open that I shouldn't have open? Probably. I have a... Don't need this open. I mean, changes might not be saved. You're constantly updating service. Did I not I didn't update OBS on this computer. Or any computer. Let's look for updates. Oops, I forgot to update. I've been trying to set up RetroArch recently. Nox had me download Reverse 1999, so I've tried that a little bit. I'm not very good at it, and I started playing Mass Effect again the other day because I started listening to the audiobooks, and that's the icons on my computer. Okay, we are now updated to OBS 30, which I forget how this works, but I should, in theory, be able to like get this thing to be like full. I don't remember how it works. I'm lazy. This doesn't matter anyway. We're not going to be doing anything with the controls. Well, with the information, we're not going to touch this. Okay. Let's set stuff up so that it's how I generally want it to be. Why did I undock that? I don't know. Why did I redock that? I don't know. We always have to have one scene. I'm not going to touch the audio for now just because it's sort of finally set up for some stuff that I was doing a while ago. If I could find my mic. My microphone that was lying around. It doesn't work right now. Okay. I tried. So what we're going to do is attempt... Oh, wait, I forgot to open some stuff. Sammy? Do I have regular Sammy core? Thank you. We will update. We're updating everything. Yes. Update everything. Is this all actually set up to... Well, it's not set up to work with this computer, right? Or not anymore. So we're going to delete everything. I should just delete the deck and start again since nothing's working. Okay, that'll become a thing later on. So, what am I doing today? Right now, I am just redoing my OBS. I've already allowed it to set up some stuff automatically, although I don't like what it did automatically. We'll fix some of it. We'll enable bandwidth test mode just to be careful. I never want to go in with a simple setting ever. And I'm just gonna really quickly switch some stuff around so that it matches exactly what I want. Yeah, Matroska's fine. Record all audio tracks. I don't care where it goes to. Oh, we can mess around with FFmpeg. Do I really want to mess around with FFmpegs? They allow for a lot of fun. And if I wanted to do it, this would be the time. Okay, let's be honest. Our audio bitrate doesn't need to be that high. Oh. See, it's always fun with FFmpeg. I don't think we want to, just because I don't want to have to write my own exports, if that's a good word for it. Let's open the Twitch dashboard so that I can see what people are doing on this monitor. I doubt we'll get anybody in here. This is the most boringest stream in the world at the worst time. We're not going to do file splitting because I don't do that. We're gonna name these quickly. This usually doesn't mean much, but it'll help me later. Okay, that's pretty good. Replay buffer, yes. 120 seconds. Apply audio. Ah, that's our problem. We have ew. Default. Oh, ew, this is awful. I think that's what we want. Hold on, I can test this in a second. Oh my goodness, the sky is falling. It's not working at all. USB codec should be the one that works. Whoa, something jumped there. I don't know what that was. Whatever it was, it didn't sound right. We'll go back into our settings, which are on the wrong side so that I can see chat, but, you know, I'll fix that eventually. I'm going to disable audio for that, and, oh, good, our microphone is actually working. You can see the bar moving. We're going to come into the advanced settings for audio and make sure that we're using True Peak, even if it does use quite a bit more CPU. I like it because it tells me that while I'm clipping on the microphone, I'm not actually clipping in here, so I can actually turn this mic up to its true self while I'm talking, although I don't like it for yelling. It really is a bit problematic. I really don't want to hold this mic the entire time I'm talking, though, just so that you can see a bar move, but trust me, the mic is set up. How do I usually make stuff, and what is a better way to do it, I guess, are the two questions. let's add some scenes. So we're gonna add a start screen, break screen, and an end screen. We're gonna delete the scene because the scene doesn't do anything. And we're gonna switch this to grid mode because I'm used to using grid mode. And that's about the only explanation that we have in here. All of these require some background. So let me get my folder of stuff, go to my overlays, and we're gonna choose the same ones. So we're gonna drag this. Oh, I'm gonna make a folder. Where's my groups group? I'm gonna call this background. And we're gonna drag the background into the background and transform it into a 1920 by 1080 because that is my size, and we'll lock that. Lock that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the background group to everything, and it should just work. Already, I have fixed many of the problems that the past versions of me creating these things have created, and that was a lot of extra scenes just to mess with a few little things. And that's mostly just due to me actually pressing buttons and doing things. How do I do the next part, though? That's the question. I am legitimately stuck on how we do a couple things that I want to do. That didn't work because I clicked the background button on the other's computer. I'm sorry. I'm going to create a new scene called viewing, and we'll move that to the end, which could be done with these buttons. I don't care. And do I want to bring in a fully formed scene? Oh, I have all of these open. Starting soon, ending. That one's pause. Which one's starting soon again? Since pause. This one's end. This one's starting soon. We could always test this. So if you look, this is actually just a starting soon loop. So we will tell it to loop. I guess that's fine. As long as it loops properly at the end. Yeah, we're good with this. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I don't know if that will... Yeah, it gets rid of our group. That's fine. We'll be remaking that group in a minute. I'm just going to make sure I have the... That's end. We don't want end. We want break. And now we want end. We are literally just remaking the scenes that we have right now, guys. I'm just moving them. I'm doing everything by hand in order to make it less messy. And to add some functionality that I want. I'm sorry if that's boring. It is what it is. Okay, next I want to make an entire overlay setup. How do I want to do this? We have alerts, we have backgrounds. My goal with this is to not be reliant on stream elements anymore because I basically only use it for like two things, and one is a chatbot. The chatbot's important, so I don't know if I can cut that out. Okay, what does our current view screen look like? Let's click on it. Oh, that's specifically portioned and specifically sized. And I'm willing to bet this uses a background. Oh, I got me with this one. Okay, so this is going to be a background group. So the background that's used in this is a bit of a joke, if you will. So what I did is I made everything to the size that I wanted it, like that. And then, where did I put them? I don't want the pre-mades. I don't want the stream frames yet. The stream frames will be important later. Supporter bar will be important later. Headlines, not important. Decorations. So what I did is I brought in some decorations to put behind stuff and resize it. Hi, Panda. I'm just sort of making OBS again on the other computer right now. So I cheated. I dragged these little dots that this person had already made and put them in a pattern like this. And we had some here that were a little hard to see, and this is where I would be. And then bottom left, I had some of this followed by another one of these. And because the middle here is almost always a game, we didn't have to do anything. So I'm going to drag all of this, and I'm going to remember that the background has to be beneath it so that we can see the stars. And now we have our background. We did it. Guys, we did it. How you doing, Panda? Okay, so I can see you doing. None of these are actually in the background folder. We should probably put them in the background folder. That way we can hide them. And suddenly, this already looks 10 times better than my current OBS. Getting ready for bed? I would be getting ready for bed, but I can't sleep. Okay, what do we need to add next? This is the viewing screen, so we want the stream frames. Specifically, I think it's this one that we want. Yeah, it's this one that we want. Okay, let's do some smallification. That looks right. You know what? Let's lock the background. Hooray, insomnia indeed. Okay. This looks... I don't know. For you guys, it looks messed up. Let's go back to the other screen so that you can see it full screen. This should generally be the right size most of the time. Oh, I just realized what our big problem is going to be. Okay, chat is going to be a big problem on the view screen, because if we're switching from having stream elements to not having stream elements, I don't want to go Streamlabs. So we're going to have to do this all manually. Manually. We had a support bar somewhere in the middle, so let's center. Not center to screen. We want to center horizontally. What am I doing? There we go. Is that a good size? Except we don't want to center horizontally. We actually want to center on this. Let's open the viewing screen again. So I have weird ways of doing stuff. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix my weird ways of doing stuff, but it's going to be a lot of work for me to fix my weirdness. I think, I mean, we could fiddle around with the exact location of the support bar, but I think that's about where we want to go, right? Okay, that's static screens. Oh, wait, we can always just cheat. I love cheating. If I'm doing it in-house, then there's no reason I can't just drag this in. Except I don't like the purple, and the game bar is too low, and I have a million reasons that I don't like it. Oh my goodness. This is the closest to what I want. I think. Well, we literally ripped this one with the other color. But my problem is the support bar looks like it should be on the bottom, and it's not on the bottom. Okay. Calm down. We can do this. Okay. We can't cheat. It's unfortunate. Instead, we're going to make a new group and call this one PNG. Which is scary because inside of this group, I'm going to do the worst thing that we can do. And I'm going to create a group. I don't think we can nest groups in this, which is bad. For me specifically, because I usually get by nesting a lot of groups. But I nest them in scenes instead of groups, so we'll need to... Let's name this TNG Gia. And let's rename this one to match whatever naming convention I'm trying to use at the moment. Okay, so for this one, we need... We're gonna bring in a picture quick. Oh my goodness, my head is giant. Let's make it not giant. Okay, now let's make it on screen. I am so big. Okay. I think that's good, right? That's about where we want it to be in terms of size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Because when it gets big, it's going to get like this. Well, it's actually going to get like this. We'll design that later. We'll have to redesign getting big later. Okay. So a couple rules. We never want to touch the edge. I try to put a 20 pixel gap between anything and the edge. We're too big. That's probably closer. Let's lock and hide that for now. I want to adjust the size of this so that we're using all the space available to us. Good. My brain isn't working, but who needs our brain to work? Who needs that? Let's go back into the overlay section and see if I can find the elements that I'm looking for. I want cam and chat frames. You have a brain still? Usually not. I think this is the one that we want, but I don't think we gave ourselves enough room. Yeah, we didn't give ourselves enough room here on any front. Oh my goodness. So that's the wrong thing. This is what we want. It's right about there. And this has to be a little smaller. And we're going to use actual pixel transformation. Because I am crazy. I don't know if those are perfectly lined up or not. This is a little too high. But everything here is just a placeholder image. What do we think? I think it's good. I think it's good. Exactly. Now we need to turn on our switch, which is an important step in this process. Do a video capture for, I don't know, we'll just call it a switch. Cool. I think my problem with these is that they never actually come out right. Usually, now this is, I'm going to show you the secret of what I do when adjusting stuff usually. I'm going to get a full screen projector, and now I'm full screen projecting this so that I see everything on here while I'm doing it. And what we want is, I'm going to bring up the fine editing. Fine editing. I want the first pixel where the white is no longer the background. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Let's bring in our screen. We'll leave that there because we're going to need a lot more. And we drag this down to here. Lock it. And suddenly it's inside of that stream element, which is good for us because we're going to make a new group now called Game Screen. This is not what I want to do. Is it? This is going to make everything super confusing. I like it. Let's do it. Can I filter? I can filter this, right? Oh, I can filter it. So we can do... We can do a color swap on this entire thing. Which is important, because if you remember, I have some hue shifts in my redeems. Okay. Good. So we can do all of that in one place instead of in multiple. This is where my problem is, though. I still haven't found an easy way to do on-the-fly transformations of a group. All of my transformations have been off of group. So, like, I can do the flip horizontal here, but I can't actually do anything else. It's sort of a problem when we have flip screens and stuff that we want to do. Oh, good. That broke it. Oh, it's because I reset the entire transformation instead of just unflipping it. I can make it subtractive so it blends in with the background and nobody knows what's going on. This would be the best way to play games. I personally think that this is the best way to play games. Advanced properties, monitoring.
Here we go.
Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. I love my brain. Why? First, why did I think of doing this? Second, why isn't this already a redeem that I have? I'm amazing at this. I think it's mostly because we can't easily switch blending modes, right? So if you don't know, all I'm doing is switching how it's adding this to the background. If we add, then it's doing that. But if we just do normal, then it's not blending it at all. The game is here, the background is behind it. The two never intertwine. It's amazing. But I think... No, add was boring. I think... No, multiply is also boring. Was it subtract? Oh, yeah. Subtract is a good one that we should keep around for forever as a potential. Really just make people lose their mind. Okay, we're failing to connect to OBS. That's not a good sign. Stop failing to connect. I need you to connect. I know you're waiting for an OBS connection. Oh, it would help if I enabled the server. I'm smart. I am super smart. Oh, yeah. I know. Okay, so for my next trick, I'm going to see if we have blending. Oh my goodness, we have it. This is amazing. Game screen. Oh no, I wanna, okay. View. Game screen. Multiply. Then we duplicate this. That was pasting. And we make it normal after 10 seconds. Okay, where did I put my panel? I had a panel earlier. Okay, this should be amazing if it works. Okay, I don't think we wanted it on multiply. Suddenly I feel like multiply was wrong. But it should switch back right there. Yeah, multiply was wrong. That's fine. That's fine. What about now? There it is. It works. It works. Looks like they added a lot to this. So I'm going to do a there's no transform yet, which isn't good for me. Source toggle visibility. Source change rotation. Game screen. No. Viewing. Game screen. 180. Copy, paste, 0 after 5 seconds, because I'm sick of waiting for 10 seconds to test to make sure that none of my stuff is broken. Save it. That's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. Okay, I can fix this probably, potentially. OBS change position. It's viewing game screen and go up. Copy, paste. This is my problem, is I get sidetracked very easily. Okay, what is the current position of game screen? It is 60. Why are we pressing space a bunch? 60, 113. And what is the game? If I rotate, that's a rotate. That's... Why do these rotations act different? I have a feeling we're about to find out a problem. But that's what I do. Oh, it's working just off of this number. 1475 by 907. No, not quite. It's not 1475 by 907. 1480 by 907. Is 907 right? We didn't even look. This is my problem. That's closer. We're not quite there. 907 isn't far enough down. If I just throw it like in a random spot, how far off is this? It's pretty far off. Who needs to see chat anyway, right? I have so many things open on my second monitor that I cannot. I'm stupid. Why don't I just change this to 180 degrees and then fix it? Listen, there's a lot in my brain that's not working. Okay, so we got our new numbers. Wow, I just plug those into the calculation and close that, and now when I hit the button, it'll just work because that's how this works. Boom. Hit it again. Where did it go and why didn't it save the information I wanted it to? I don't know. It should have worked, but oh, it's because I'm dumb again. That has to be a 0. What about this time? Oh my goodness, we did it. I can create a simple flip screen. Okay, up next, what's the next thing I wanted to break with this? These are all simple. Very simple stuff. Oh my goodness. Let's look at game screen. Game screen. I don't have any filters on this, is my problem. So what filters do I have to play with that we can butcher? I can sharpen it. I can change the aspect ratio. I could add a render delay, which is just a great way of saying that nothing will sync up. Let's like make this awful. Oh, good. What's the greatest render delay that I can have? I just really want to show off this render delay. It is 500. Okay. This is just listen to the sound. That I think that's a great filter to add, right? Oh my god, that would be so troll. That would hurt. That would physically hurt. Everything that you see is half a second after. Like, oh, like look at The sound that you're hearing is at the correct time. Oh, more than the poker. Yeah, that would be a headache and a half. Oh. Okay, can I add that to the... Can I add that to the filters in any way? Filter toggle visibility. I think the only problem with doing this is that it won't... Okay, so if we save this and I go to the button... Okay, regular, delayed. You can see it jump backwards. Look at that. I'm just gonna keep pressing down, right? It's normal. You just see it pause. Oh, it's so painful. I love it. I do love the fact that I'm clicked into a viewing screen for this. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's immediate. It's a terrible filter. What other terrible filters can I add to this? I saw that one. I mean, this is how I would do my change colors and such. But don't know why I didn't think of this either. This is the... I'm trying it. I'm trying it. Oh no. I have created a monster. This is... This is the definitive way to play Mario Kart. I don't want to hear otherwise. I can't even see the screen half the time. Oh no. So if you ever wondered where my ideas to torture myself come from, just don't. I don't know where to look. I just don't know where to look. This is awful. Oh no. This will be a stream to look back on for everybody who's not here to see the wonderfulness that is whatever I'm doing at this exact moment. Oh my goodness. I think we figured out our New Year changes to the stream when I switched to using this version of OBS, or this computer for OBS. I'm probably drunk. Probably feel drunk. And this might be a little fast. Like, just a little bit. Like, so maybe we need to slow our roll a little bit on the scroll. Maybe only make it like 200. Is that better? It makes it so much harder for the interim. I don't know why I didn't think of this. This is obviously the greatest I feel like I'm on a card. That's what we're going for. We all thought that I was doing a normal. Let's just make everything all over again. But what people don't realize is that I am famous for making the worst things ever. Oh yeah, no, that's the great part of this. That is the absolute greatest part of this. Now, what are the downsides of doing this? I can probably think of a few. Let's... Oh God, I'm in pain. None of this is correct. I just made it as a filter. We can just turn it off in the thing. There we go. Probably getting item. Okay. Yeah, that stuff's normal. You'll notice I didn't name any of this because who needs to name stuff? Just memorize what everything does. We were doing... Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we needed to test something. What is the downside of this? So we can do it here. Okay, very little downside. We just need to properly set up our viewing screen separate from our gameplay scene with how these numbers work, and we'll be fine. And the same thing is true of all of the other redeems. So far I'm not seeing a problem. Wait. Can I do this even easier by doing game screen? Does that work? Hold on. That's not the right one. Something tells me that didn't work, so we're just gonna revert it and run it again. Okay, we need the math. I'm sorry, we need the math. The math is a required part of this. But besides that, this seems to be working as long as I put all of the games within here. So let's open up a game, I guess. What game do I always launch for this stuff? I always use the same games. It's Rocket League. That is correct. Okay, now we run a game capture for game capture. And it will capture the specific window of Rocket League. And if we bring that back in here, like we do everything else, now we have Rocket League in a really messed up fashion. Where did my background go? Why is it covering my background? Oh, it's because we didn't size it properly. That's right. Transform, copy transform, transform, paste transform. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Okay, 60, 113. That's why it didn't work. One, 4, 2, 3. 800. And now, if I run, it will do the same stuff. I am so intelligent. I have actually figured out that everything that I'm doing does stuff. Hooray, math at 11:32 p.m. Yay, math! Okay, next I want to try something that I've never tried to do before. And this is crazy stuff. I need a new group, and we'll call this group support bar. And we won't close the bracket at the end because I'm bad at this. And we will drag the support bar into support bar. But I will also add text. And we'll call this sub. And this is where I get myself into trouble. We're not going to touch this yet. This is a thing. It will say sub. I don't have my thing. Snickerdoodles. I have all I want for Christmas stuck in. Oh, why would you say that? Now it's going to be stuck in my. Okay, and we're going to make that not white so that I could read it. Black is a good color for reading, I've heard. There we go. There's our last sub, right? I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to try to use a Twitch command. I know. It's crazy. This is VeggieTales. Get follower count, get latest followers, get stream and get subscribers. It's doing that thing where it's acting like I'm typing when I'm not typing. Doesn't this return the number? I think that just returns the number. Okay, OBS event subscription would be how we trigger. Yeah, see? This is how we would trigger our events and our stuffs. But we don't have an event for that because I don't know what I'm doing. I think this is wrong. So I'm trying to get our latest subscriber. Because I can just get the latest follower like this. But can I get the latest subscriber? I can automatically whisper people. That's a pretty good one, right? I could automatically shout people out if I could figure out how to get that working. I could automatically remove people's VIP. That's pretty cool. I can join other people's channels just at the click of a button. Come on. Yeah, I think we just have to test this like this, and we will save this as sub. Okay, now this is where we get into trouble. Number to string, string to number. Set string variable. Do we want to set a string? Create an array. An array might be needed. I'm not sure. How do I update? Oh wait, it's a property of a thing, right? So I can use OBS commands to switch to change properties. Change text. Source name. Support bar should have a text in it. And why does it still not have an end? I feel scammed. I feel scammed. We're gonna save, but we're not gonna run. That would be crazy. Yeah, it's... Do we need to refresh our connection? You're still connected. Maybe this one? Oh, I forgot how to do this. How do I do this? How do I do this? Oh, goodness. This is problematic already. Let's open Sammy. Add or use variable. Sammy solutions. I'm not good at this. I have a variable. It's called sub. How do I actually read it? I don't care. Undefined! It's the greatest work of all time. I don't know if that's because it can't get our subs or if I broke something. So let's change this real quick to something that I can track, which is not in here because that's OBS. Twitch. Get latest follower. Just call it sub to test if this is working. Still undefined! That's how we know we're working. All lower, maybe? Okay, I definitely broke something. Oh, I'm so lost. What does chat have to say? Of course it's all you want for Christmas. Maybe if I make this lower and this lower, and that'll change something for no reason. Nope. It's entirely possible that the thing that I'm screwing up is Something stupid. Yeah. I don't know. That's gonna hurt my ability to do this, because I was gonna try to make the entire follower sub thing in-house, because I'm crazy like that. But if it's not working... If it's not working, then we need to find a new way to do it. And that way would be to load text file, delete what's there, and up. Every time we get a new subscription, we have to load a text file, delete what's in the text file, replace it with new text, and have the subscriber alert. It just function based off of reading that one text file. Or for every single subscriber we get, we add a line to a CSV that tells us when it was, who it was, when it was created, and what type of sub it was, right? And we just read the last line for the name? No, that sounds awful. Why would we want to do that? Why would we ever want to do that? Oh. What else do we got? I'm not messing with the buffer. We never mess with the buffer, and we never mess with the stack. Okay, we need to make a file. I'm gonna make a file real quick. New folder. Info. New text document. Sub. There's our new text document. We will put our last sub as banana. Okay. How do we make an if now? How do we make an if? That didn't help. I just keep copying the same things. File management. Delete file. Yes, that's what we want to do. Append text. We don't want to append text. Oh my goodness. We've checked this. We didn't load the file, did we? We're just checking to see if it exists. Oh no. Okay, I'm lost. This is where we give up. We've officially given up on this idea. It requires more brain power than I have at 1 in the morning. And I dropped my controller. Oh well, we have other stuff that we could be doing besides deleting our sub thing. Like, for example, making my picture move. Because everybody loves a moving picture, right? It's not going to move. We can't make the picture move. I have a problem. We can't make the picture move because I'm logged into Discord on a different place. Reactive. Okay, I could do this by breaking. I'm going to disappear. Okay, I have disappeared. Where's my where's my Discord? Does this work if I just use the website, or does it only connect through? I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Who joined? Storad joined the Discord, and I only noticed because I am crazy. Did that work? Heck no. You must be using the desktop app. Do you guys understand how little I use the desktop app on this computer? Okay, let's switch accounts. Unload. Unload. We need to leave chat in here. Log in to this channel on here. Oh my goodness. Listen, we're gonna make it so that when I appear, but it requires me doing stuff on here that I can't show yet because yeah, that's all good. I'm in the app. Can you give me the link? I'm gonna take that as a no. It doesn't want to give me the link. Oh, these guys are gonna make me so mad. Okay, how did I do it before? Because we're gonna just copy that. Okay, so browser, Fuji. Drag and drop the links below. There's no links. Okay. That's so stupid. You didn't do the thing yet. Okay. I have to unmute myself, which is dangerous. Right about there. Let's grab the mic and see if this mic isn't set up to work. Voice. That one. Yes, this one. Does it work? It works! We're working! Look at that! I am a miracle worker, and my voice is suddenly really quiet in here. Let's turn that up a lot. Yes, all the way. I can get rid of this. This no longer serves a purpose. Yes, I have talking abilities that can be turned on and off at the switch of a button. You guys don't understand how important this is. It's very important. Extremely important. I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know what to do with my hands anymore. Things, stream assets, hats, cats, add cats. Okay, the cats have been added. I need to lock some stuff real quick. Like a lot of stuff. Okay, this should work for all of them except the last one. So, I mean, why wouldn't I just do that? Control Shift V. Didn't work at all. Control Shift C. Control Shift V. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Okay, what if I just open the transforms themselves? Don't make anything on a subpixel level because subpixels are evil. Ever. Why isn't this copying? Copy. Paste. Look at that. It's so different. What if I just copy paste this everywhere? Just down the list, one at a time. Like the maniac that I am. And you still ended up on a subpixel somehow. I did all that work, and you still ended up on a subpixel. I hate this so much. Get off of the subpixels. We don't want your subpixels here. So the only reason this is a problem is because the groups change in size as we mess with them, which is not a good thing for us. So we'll see, this one should be fine. I hope. I don't think it is. I think it's already messed up because if we come up, it looks okay so far. I think as we change some sizes, we might run into some trouble. But for now, these guys are way too big. I forgot who made these, but luckily for me, I have this, which will tell me that it was Wish Evercore. And it's just always, I keep the credits in the files with everything that I'm using, just so that I can never screw it up. Unlike this subpixel, which is apparently a required subpixel. Look at this. This thing is... I don't want it to be a subpixel. Whatever. You win this time, unless... 810. Nope, it just adds the subpixel. Okay. Now we have long cats. See how much I care. This is probably the most convoluted part of this whole setup. I'm sorry. This is always a mess for me to do. Okay, the cats are on my head, but we have to secretly hide them. Okay, it's not so secret. I'm gonna lock all of them in place, and now with the click of a button, they will appear. Okay, moment of truth. How do we break this? Moment of truth. I actually almost always have to go back to my original because I'm really bad at doing this, but what we're going to do is we're going to make a button here. This is going to create a new array called cats with a Z because I love cats with a Z. We're going to stop duplicating this, and then we're going to do an array insert into cats at the position of it doesn't matter. And what we're inserting here, we don't know yet. So that's good. Let's make our buttons to actually summon our cats. And this is a source change visibility. So with how the cat hat currently works, it's a little different. It currently changes the cat hat scene to be cat hat, but we're doing it a little bit different. We're gonna relaunch this most likely. Because I don't think it's properly loading the fact that I have thrown a bunch of cats in here. There we go. Let's copy the exact same setup. Who's messaging me on anywhere? Who's messaging anybody on anywhere? Why do I have notifications turned on? Notifications disabled. The end. Okay, cat 1 is good, I think. You know what? Terrible name. Let's go with cat 1A. Listen, I am the laziest person alive. If I have the ability, I'm just going to do this. And we'll just slowly update this until we have all of our cats working. This is, I think, the second time that we've set up cats on this stream. So if you guys don't know how to set up cats by now, then the cat hat, I don't know what to tell you. The only thing that's really important here is making sure that all of these match and that we have all of our cats, because we don't want to have like a bad cat somewhere. Okay. Now this is 5, 6, 7, all the way to 13. Got it. Now we can make this button work. We're gonna insert is ID 5. That's not a 5. Cool. Paste 6, paste 7, paste 8, paste 9, paste 10, paste 11, paste 12, and paste 13. And we just made, whenever we click this button, we will call this the cat. This is the cat list. This is a list of all of our cats. Actually, we're gonna name this create cat list, because when this button is pressed, it will create a list of all of our cats, which is very important. It's very important. I guess it's time for us to create this too, which is, we need to make this, that's ID 4. And what this will do is button. I forget how to do this. This button is actually more important than every other button. Okay, so what this button at the bottom left will do, which it will do once I save this, is when I press this button, it will start this button. See? That's all that button does. We will call this the initializer with bad spelling because I'm not fixing it. So this button has now been pressed, which means we have a list of cats, but we cannot currently do anything with said list of cats. So we need to create a new button, and this button will do an array random. So it will select a random thing from an array. And what array do we want? We want ID 4, which is our button. We want that cats array that we just made, that list of all cats. And we're gonna save whatever we get as button ID. And just like we just did, we're going to trigger a button when this is pressed. And what button are we gonna trigger? We're going to trigger button ID, the thing that we just made here, as soon as possible. This is the cat picker. Now, this has the same functionality as it does on my stream. So when I click the cat picker, it gives me a cat hat. This button will take 6 whole minutes, but we do now have the ability to get many, many cat hats. There's nothing preventing us from getting the same cat every time because I never built that into the original. But hey, we now have a cat hat. Look at that. We're good. I think we're good. We're slowly getting there. I'm so far out of my element right now, though. Okay. There's a couple things that we can't really do yet, but that I want to be able to do. Oh, no, we're not going to make that yet. That wouldn't make sense to make yet. None of this makes sense to make yet, but we made it anyway. Let's make a new scene called, full screen. Full screen has nothing in it. So let's bring some stuff in. Let's bring the game screen. And this is what I'm not sure of. Okay, game screen can be full screen here and not full screen over there. Hey, Mike, what noise are you picking up? I'm not talking right now. It's picking up the air conditioning. If you're wondering why my noise setup is so weird sometimes, just look at the audio bar mixer for mic aux. It's never truly quiet. Now, if I hide it here, it does hide here. Okay, woo! This is actually better for me at the moment. Let's bring in another group because we've already made the groups, so we might as well use them. Look at that, our cat's still on our head. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We are so pretty, and that's still somehow detecting my voice when it's super far away. I don't like it. Just knows when I'm talking. But we have a problem. I can't actually test to make sure the cats are working because all the buttons are still pressed. That's me. That's me. You know what we're missing? I don't know if I included it, actually. Did I save it in everything that I brought over? Oh, I saved a lot of stuff. But I don't know if I saved that. Okay, let's go back into the fairy elements to frames. Full screen frame 2. Look at that. We have our frame back. It's here with us. I feel so full again, so whole. We're gonna need to write down some numbers because we're about to bring back. This is big. And big does a bunch of things. I wish I can actually show you everything that big does on my other screen, but this is sort of ridiculous. So we're going to get the OBS pull source value of PNG. Oh no. We want crap. What is it called? It is full screen PNG. Save as start X position. And we will get the X position. We'll copy this, paste it, do the same thing for the Y position. And then we'll do the same thing for the X scale. And the Y scale. Now, remember, everything that we do here is only for the PNG. When we add the chibi one, we have to do all this again. And because I'm handling it differently on here than I am on my other computer, I'm handling all scenes differently. I don't know how to say this, but these all need to be copied and pasted again. Because we need to do this on viewing as well. Now, the next thing this does is edit a reward. Which requires us to have some stuff done. So I'm going to save and see if I can't connect this to my Twitch real quick. Stop sending me codes to my phone. Token was successful. It's linked. Now we just need to connect it to Twitch. Okay. Come back in here. We do our login name. We have to load all rewards. Why didn't I do that? Oh, I'm stupid again. We were never linked to Twitch, so we couldn't actually grab the Twitch information, and that's why our lists weren't working. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna go to edit triggers, and then I'm going to go to YouTube channel points and load from here. What that'll do is that will load all of the channel point rewards that I have. So that when I come in here, we can now click on this and we see get small. Disable. This is also where we set our price. We'll put this at no change and this as paused. So what this is doing is it's saving all of the information about our current PNG at the bottom of the screen there, where it's at. Where it's at and how big it is. And this is the get big button. So we'll call it bigger. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to do some motion for source position. And we will do this on full screen PNG Gia. The start position is our start position. The Y position is our Y position. And now we're going to untrick this and figure out how big do we want this to be. I don't know. We'll figure out how big we want it to be eventually. I just thought of the exact reason why I don't want to do that. So let's put in my defaults here. And this will take half a second. Okay. Then we do a motion source scale on the same thing. But this time we're using our scales. And what scales did I end up with? 2. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to copy these. And I'm going to paste them. Why did I do that? Put the X there, the Y there, so that it all returns back to where it was. No matter what I screw up. And we will put this delay at 5 seconds. So we can see it. And you can't actually see what I'm doing. There it is. I'm doing a lot of stuff with stupidity. 2 to negative 471. 121. Now this will do some of what we want it to do. Let's run it. Okay, that's a bit much. So I'm going to set the scale to 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 0.5. We could save this as a variable if we want somewhere, but I'm bad at that. Okay, that seems to work a little bit better. It's big. About 1. Because I don't think these are being handled the same way, right? Yeah, these aren't being handled the same way. 0, 0, 0, 0. Save, run. Almost the right spot, so we'll go with 400, 400. That looks like the right spot. I just gotta wait for it to go up a bit, and I'll change everything to 200. Might not work. Okay, we have created something that makes me bigger and go back to normal size a little bit. Negative 200. Negative 200 is a little high. What about negative 100? Oh, there we go. There we go. So all the button does is make me bigger and then makes me go back to normal size. This is usually a 3-minute redeem, unlike the other one, which is a 5-minute redeem. But we're not done with it. Okay. Now here's the problem. We need to copy these two, and in here, I'm gonna paste them. And we're going to do all the same stuff down in here. So that oh, hurts. We're gonna copy these two and not these two. I'm gonna paste them here and one. This is always where I start getting tired in this process. It's just a lot of copy paste. Okay, now we need to copy this, paste it here, change it to unpaused. And instead of 5, well, here's what we'll do. We'll run this again from the actual panel so that we can make sure it's working. So bigger. And that was my concern. We never actually changed these to viewing. Okay. It's almost working. Okay. So we just had to change these over to viewing here and here. So now we're going to take this and make these a couple minutes long. Yay! And now our bigger scene is completely made, or our bigger for our PNG is completely made for our gaming and our gaming. It's not actually made any bigger across the whole scene, so if we want to add an intermission later, we have to add the intermission to this list, which is annoying. I agree. Sadly, it's just the life that I live right now. Did I scare everyone away already? We haven't even started trying to get to create a countdown timer yet. We're gonna close Rocket League. That's good. That's good. Everything's good. Okay, how do we... Okay, I think there are 3 different ways that I can handle alerts. I don't want to do smaller right now because smaller is the same as bigger, just in reverse. I just need to change all of the stuff over. Render delay. We need to label this one. Delay. This one is flip. Better known as rotate. Actually, it's not a straight flip. What's this one do? Oh, this is the bully one. I'm gonna quickly try to... I want to see what this looks like. I'm a coward, aren't I? There it is. It's not super. It's a little too strong. Maybe try switching up the multiply effect. Or the subtract effect to be... multiply. Okay. So you might be wondering, why doesn't it work on here? And that's just because we don't have a background on this. So as soon as we add a background, it will work. It's not super noticeable on this one. That's because it's not functioning on this one. Now? I don't get how that's not functioning. Everything's loading properly. Still normal. Is the problem that the button's not done? It certainly feels like the button's not connected. Oh well, let's see how this works. It really doesn't do that much. It would probably mix well with a few of the other things. It really gives like an oily painting to it, doesn't it? Oh yeah, look at that. It's just like an oil painting. That would look really cool with the other one, with the grass or the forest background behind it. But actually, with the how I have the background set up on here, it probably, except for here, wouldn't be a massive thing to switch backgrounds over. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this doesn't really change that much. It's just coloring. And you can see the clouds through the background, which I don't know if many people would even notice. It would be like a weird watermark. You could have a watermark behind the game at all times. It just says Doity Talk, which I think would be silly. Okay, I guess the question right now is there a better way of handling source sizes for each individual? 'Cause that's going to be the big question over all of this, because currently source sizes are a mess. Like, look at this. But if I try to handle it here, then it will just break. This might actually be one of the few cases where nesting scenes is 100% better. There's a couple. I wanted to clean up as many nested scenes as I could because I tend to over nest scenes, but this could end up being the big one. Silly me, thinking I can get away with not nesting scenes this time. So why would nesting scenes be better here? It would work just like this, where I'm dragging all of this stuff in, except for each individual scene that I make, I'd be able to make each growth or shrink in size standardized for one instead of being individualized. I guess it's a question of what do we value, the individual or the standard here. Because the individualizes more work all at once, but we can make it unique for each scene. Even if I haven't done that yet. Like you see, this one just grows here, but I could actually move this one further to the side so it's over there. So that it's like right here, so it covers less of the game in this scene. Or even put it right here so it's like this. Or put it even further onto the game because it usually doesn't cover the game that much. I don't know. It depends on what we want to do. There's a lot of options. I figure it's going to last for a while, so I think we're going to lock everything down. And I'm going to go back to my support bar, and I'm going to add that text file back in the... Stop it. The sub one. And I think this time we'll have a better job with it. I usually don't like putting this stuff on here, but whatever. Twitch commands. We wanted get subscribers, right? And sub. And then it will be OBS command change text source name support bar. It's not loaded yet. Crap. It's called sub, I think. Oh, it just wasn't in there. And we will change it to so it says that. Now it says undefined. I still don't know if that's the right one, but it did change the correct spot. So let's try it with, let's do this again. Because we can only get our subscribers, not our subscriber. And I'm wondering if it's a list. What if we do follower? We are gaining followers like mad. What is this number? Hold on. You're supposed to be a negative, whatever. 8284 minus 8180. It's 104. It's not even adding by a... What are you adding by? 8390 minus 8284. That time it's 106. So it's the next one 108. $104 again. What are you adding by? My brain is broken. This should be getting the latest follower from Twitch. Error code 104. No, that can't be right? Can't be an error code. I'd have to look these up to see what they give us. Like, what is this variable? Because it's currently 104, 106, 104, 106, which isn't really an ID that I know of. Error 106 is just internet disconnected, which is a possible problem for this. (104) is connection reset by peer. Those are both possible error codes. I don't know. So I think what that leaves us at is we're not going to have sub because I can't get it working right now, which means this button goes bye-bye. We have the initializer. We have the cat. The cat works in both scenes, and I just realized that it's basically in the same spot in both. Mostly coincidental. I guess before I forget, the next time we do one of these, because we have a month. I'm going to want an intermission scene and a recording scene. And these are all of the default scenes. We need 6 of them, and the recording scene I can make right now, actually. Recording is just this group. And this group. All recording is these 2 groups. There's no functionality to them. This is for when I'm recording videos and such. And I'm usually a little bit bigger in that, but not a ton bigger. There's nothing crazy that needs to be done. Nothing too weird. And we'll probably have to do, a group to handle audio at some point. We haven't brought in a couple of different things like the masks. We didn't bring in the pedals. The pedals are a little weird, I guess. We haven't created the weird lighting version of me, but I don't think it works that well with a PNG that's static. It works well with a couple different art styles of Live 2D. I guess that's where we'll leave this one. I feel like for first day of trying to get this thing up and running, that we've sort of done everything that I wanted to do. We've experimented with a lot. Bigger works. Next time it's smaller. I'm going to try to think of a better way to do bigger, though. And we haven't used any stream elements yet, which is, I guess, a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who you ask. I just want to be more independent from using a ton of browser sources. We have one browser source for my image, and that's already feels bad. We could lift it by using another program, but I don't have that program installed right now. I might test it later. It's time